Hello, my name is Grant McLaughlin and I'm the Senior Partner and COO here at Alpha 7 Energy. And in this short video, we're going to showcase for the very first time our legacy production offering. And I'm going to walk you through the basic opportunity. We're talking project history, investment structure and the financial projections. And to kick things off, I'm going to explain exactly why we as a company are offering investors this exact opportunity to secure direct asset ownership in what is known as legacy oil production. Now, there's two reasons why we are offering this opportunity. The first reason is that we wanted to offer and present investors with the unique opportunity to secure direct ownership in an ASC income producing asset, that's an oil well. And by doing this, it is our intentions to give investors the benefit of having a very simple to understand investment offering to gain direct asset ownership in an active oil well and to receive a residual income stream paid at the end of each month. Now, over time, it is our belief that these investors will continue to grow their levels of confidence with this style of investment. And as we build and strengthen our relationship together, that you're going to look to expand your oil and gas portfolio by reinvesting into other ASC operated legacy projects and also potentially into new drilling programs too. Secondly, we have a three-step strategy that we are conducting, and this involves reworks on 7 other ASC legacy wells, and we're going to use a sizable proportion of the capital that we raise for this offering to re-inject, to invest. And I'm going to explain, I'm going to reveal exactly not only what the three-step strategy involves, but how this can benefit you financially. And I'm going to explain more later. Step 1 is for Alpha 7 Energy to give a maximum of 20 investors unique opportunity to secure direct asset ownership known as working interest in an active oil well which is located in Nolan County in Texas. Now, the well is called the Boyd No. 1 well. It's been in production since 1986 with a cumulative oil production at over 52,500 barrels, with the most recent monthly production at 139 barrels, which is averaging 4.6 barrels per day. Now, very exciting indeed. Since we've done this reworks, the production has jumped significantly. So in the last 2-week period, we're talking the 28th of September through to the 10th of October, we are averaging, this asset is producing 10.7 barrels per day. Now, of course, that will drop down over time, but our long-term production forecast is an average of 5 barrels per day between November of this year to October 2023, and that's fairly conservative. And we believe with good levels of ongoing maintenance that this well could continue to produce oil, commercial quantities of oil, for up to 30 years or potentially longer. And it does look like the well is actually recharging. So if you do a presentation with us, you'll see the production is fairly flat, which is a great selling point indeed. Now, the investors will be allocated their share of oil production commencing on the very first full month of investing. And based on investing or purchasing a full unit, you will receive 8% of all the net revenue from each barrel produced. Now, we do sell oil, generally speaking, at the end of each month, and it's our intentions to pay investors on or before the end of the following month. So basically, in essence, when you've received your first income based on oil sales, each investor will look to receive their share of net oil revenue at the end of each month, and we're going to provide all the investors with a monthly financial statement. Step number 2 is for Alpha 7 Energy to complete the reworks on another 7 owned wells and operated wells in Texas. That's across 3 counties. Once these wells are in production, it is our intentions to give all the Boyd No. 1 owners, all the investors, first right of acceptance to secure part ownership in these 7 wells and thus creating the opportunity to build an active oil portfolio with our company. Now, 2 of these wells out of interest have produced over 280,000 barrels of oil and up to 85,000 MCF of natural gas. Step number 3 of our strategy is to commence a new multi-well drilling program, focusing on drilling offset wells and extracting sizable reserves of hydrocarbons. We're talking oil and gas. From the remaining sections, we're talking 2 of the 3 counties in Texas. And once again, each investor will have the first rights to participate in the new development program with significant upside profit potential. As you can see at the back, this is the derrick or the pump jack, and you've got producing in the last 24 hours produced just over 12 barrels of oil. There are 9 to 10 wells on location. There's 10, but there's one which is not producing at the moment. So the idea is we go in, we get the production up. Some of the wells have been mismanaged. They have, it's like almost like a property. Sometimes people don't maintain the property, don't look after it. So you can go in there, we've made some major and some quite, in some cases, quite minor modification and improvements to increase the production. And there are also a couple of, I mentioned, there's a few positions where we can drill new wells. In March 2020, Alpha 7 Energy purchased a total of 15 wells located across 3 counties in Texas, with the oldest well drilled back in 1956. The large majorities of the wells at the time were inactive, and this was due mainly to poor maintenance and also a huge amount of underinvestment. Yet we did see as a company level a large upside potential to do the reworks on 11 of these wells. The intention was to boost the combined oil production, and over the last 2.5 years, our fully licensed operating company, ASC Operations LLC, has managed these assets, and we have invested as a company very substantial amounts of time, resources and capital to extensive reworks on 8 of these wells, with the Boyd #1 well being without a doubt the most consistent performer. Currently, there's another 7 wells that are awaiting the final scopes of works to be completed, with the expectation of re-entering oil and gas production in late November to early December this year. Now, in regards to the investment structure, the ASC Boyd #1 Limited Partnership has been established to hold 100% of the Boyd well. We're talking about all of the associated assets. That's the tank battery, the pump jack, and all of those tangible assets. Investors will purchase units, also known as partnership interest, in the limited partnership. There's a maximum of 10 units in total. The limited partnership will receive up to 80% of all of the net oil revenue on a monthly basis. And we as a company will provide ongoing management of the well, and we take the position of the managing partner. Each unit is priced at $50,000 US. It's going to provide 10% ownership in the well, in that asset, and receive 8% of all the oil revenue per barrel per month. And we pay that at the end of each calendar month. Now, looking forward, our lawyers have created a liquidity event option in the limited partnership agreement. This is going to give you, as an investor, the opportunity to sell in full or in part your limited partnership interest and ownership in the well. And you do that through our secondary market. Based on our most accurate estimates for long-term oil production and using $90 per barrel as our benchmark for oil, we do project that the Boyd #1 well could generate up to 342% return on investment for the life of the well. That's estimated at 30 years, with a projected return of 22.17 in year 1 and averaging just over 21% per annum for the first 5 years of production. Now, because this offering is extremely limited, we have a maximum of 10 units and the total offering is $500,000. Now, we do anticipate all of these units will be purchased and secured before Friday the 28th of October or sooner. Now, because of the time sensitivity of this offering, we would encourage all investors that have a very high level of interest to reach out to us as soon as possible. And you can request the project prospectus and to book in and secure a time to speak to Dylan Knight, who's one of our co-founders, and myself, Grant McLaughlin. And we can take you through an online presentation via Zoom so you can see all the finer details of the project. Most importantly, we do pride ourselves on educating and giving investors a very high level of confidence. Now, from the whole team here at Alpha 7 Energy, we'd like to say thank you very much for your interest in our company and also your time you've given us today. And we do very much look forward to connecting with you soon. So from Grant McLaughlin and the whole team here, you take care, and we look forward to connecting with you very soon.